Hello and welcome back to Middle Earth. So I want to start off with a small disclaimer. This is a post-recording of the audio. That's because I've shot this video, got a corruption in the data files, and well, basically the video dropped every third frame or so. So stuff went wrong. So I'm now watching at the editing screen and trying to do some post commentary. So second announcement is I'm recording about 28 videos in a few days because I'm going on holiday, so you guys don't have to experience not having any videos. So there we go. As you might notice, the video looks slightly off. It feels a little bit sped up, I guess. Yeah, this is really weird. I've never done this before, and I don't really like doing this. I can say that beforehand. So yeah, no clue what I'm doing right now. I'm talking about something. I'm showing you not much. I'm probably telling you something important. Probably has to do with the announcement I just gave, and yeah. It's it's weird. So yeah, we'll be until stuff happens. Yes, I'm going to build a few stuff. Somebody talked about the ability to scroll in some of the buildings that I'd forgot to build something. Well, that's one of the things. Now, those buildings can only be built when I unify the Dwarven kingdoms. So, you know, why don't we do that? You know, why don't we really work on the Dwarven kingdoms in unification of them? So right now I think I've just said that we are, due to the game slowing down meticulously, this is what I was probably explaining, that I've decided to do a, well, very large hit or miss swing at Mordor to unify all the Dwarven people and unify the Dwarven kingdom. So basically, right now we're going to make a few preparations for our war against Mordor. Most of our troops are ready. I'm not expecting an attack from Rune anytime soon, because that will be in 6 years. This guy will have another 5 years before he attacks. This is really quick for me. You see, it's slightly sped up due to dropping every third frame, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, we'll be building some stuff. This does make it a lot easier to get through all this for me, I guess. So yeah, we're ready. We've got our retinue, Matt's retinue there, and oh, we cannot declare war. Oh right, yeah, we have some forces in enemy lands. I'm like, wait, what? So these guys just, ugh, of course. So some annoyance going on. All right, and there we are. There we done it. We're gonna do it. Declare war. Wow. Great time for my voice to give out. But there we go. We're gonna press all claims on Mordor. There we are. We now are at war with Mordor. And we'll immediately move our retinue forces into Moria. Will raise the entire army. And yes, we actually hire all mercenaries squads that are available. I don't want to risk it right now. I want to be 100% sure that we brought everything to the table that we could bring. We're not completely resupplied on all the troops, but the reason I did not do that is because it would take quite some time, and in that time we would have probably have had another war, and I don't think that would there will be a point where we had such a time frame and nearly all our forces resupplied. So basically, we're moving everything in position right now, and get ready for war. This is exciting stuff. Just checking if everything is moving. Merging up already some of the armies. The guy isn't moving because he's locked up. They don't cross the river. I still want to force them to take go to the next province, even if it's not the shortest route. I wish there was a way to do that. Because sometimes the crossings they try to make are really, really annoying because they can cross at that point where they are, but they want to try to run through enemy land, all that kind of stuff. So what you don't notice right now as bad is the chugging of the game. Oh, you notice it a little bit. It's it feels a lot more smooth when I'm watching it now because of that third frame that is missing. But it was horrendous to play. It was really bad. Well, yeah, that was the motivation to stop to try to end the series. The guy's still trying to fabricate claims. It's kind of cute, but yeah. So we're gonna get the defeat here. Right, the forces from the Glittering Caves get intercepted. But we are currently have the first sets of the army in Moria, and we just looked at it. They've got plus 10 fort level, and there seems to be a plus 5 fort level in all of Moria's holdings. So that's gonna be fun. So we encountered a little bit of troops that they rushed immediately into our gathering army in the Misty Mountains. So we crushed them off screen, didn't even notice they were there. Right, move like that so you don't move in that army. Okay, group up over there. This army has been almost grouped up, waiting for one more to go, and after that we'll go send them to reinforce at Moria. The reason why I want to get most of my army in Moria is because we've got a massive mountainous a combat bonus, and if they can attack into us while we are in the mountain, we have such a large combat bonus that I think that we can make it. That we can do this. Alright, so those guys are over there. Let's try to get them all the way over to the armies in the Misty Mountains while they are trying to take down some of the armies. So these guys can get ready to move towards Moria. And no, I want to merge them. So the Misty Mountains, we are just crushing that army, having some fun. We're still on minus war score. It's because that one tiny battle from the army from the Glittering Caves got defeated. That took way more war score than that 10,000 orcs we just killed. That's ridiculous. But okay, fine. So there's a large stack. That is kind of scary. It's a little bit larger, and there's another large stack coming in. And this is where it really started sweating. It's like, oh my god, this is. I knew they had a large army, but this is slightly bigger than I anticipated. I want my troops as quick as I can get to Moria. Come on, do it. Oh my god, that's such a big army, and they just ran in. So here it begins. The battle for Moria begins, and I've got the game paused here because I'm kind of scared of what might happen, and trying to mentally prepare myself for doing this, and trying to look at all the bonuses we've got. We've got that mountainous defense bonus, which you cannot really see that well over here. By looking at the offense currently happening, but they have 3 times as many orcs there, and well, we have a 5-time advantage bonus, but still, they have a very they've got a majority larger number as us, so that actually counters in as well. mainly the fact that they've got larger numbers. At least I believe it does. So I'm trying to figure out exactly the combat bonuses that we got, and it's a lot. It's a lot of bonus that we've got. So yeah, let's unpause the game and look at it. And they're resupplying constantly, and it's some other victory. It's not related, and it looks right now that we are actually winning this. There's some small minor victories, and yes, we are winning this. We are beating a very, very, very large attack. And right here, looking at this screen, looking at this really made me happy. And right now, I'm actually grabbing my phone to calculate our kill death ratio, because we lost 16,000 dwarves against 356. I can barely read this from the small screen. 356 against them, and I calculated it's roughly about 21.5, if I remember correctly. For every dwarf we killed 21.5 enemy soldiers. It's just such an insane amount. And look at that war score jump. It's just epic. So I guess you guys want to know what that battle looks like, and yeah, why don't we take a closer look at that battle? I think we all would really enjoy that. See you after the fight. So I want to thank XHolyCrusader for that. I did not make that myself. I had to borrow some footage. I'm really bad at using the Total War cinematic mode. For those who don't know, that was the Third Age Total War mod for medieval Total War 2, and it's an amazing mod. So let's continue on the war. We've just crushed a very, very big Mordor army. So right now we have a clear upper hand, but I don't know if that is the entirety of the Mordor army, because if you remember correctly, it said that Mordor's total strength was well, big, really big. It was supposed to be something along the lines of, I think, nearly 1 million orc soldiers. So we haven't seen 1 million of them. We've barely seen 1/3 of their total army. So there is some stuff still running around. So we're going to intercept all that. Okay. Okay, so basically in Erebor, our level reinforcement went to -200. That basically means that we are no longer resupplying any troops in Erebor. With Dwarven Malice added on to that, that's -290%. Not that we really need it at the moment. So I'm just rechecking some dates to see if we have enough time for the war. So we've got about 7 more years, I believe, at this point for Rune. So yeah, I'm getting excited for everything. You know, the war is starting to look very successful, and well, you know, that's a good thing. Having a very successful war, at least that's what I think. So yeah, I'm just looking around to see, okay, where is the rest of the army? Where are the troops that I can intercept to raise that war score? Because we only got a little bit of war score left to go, about 12%. So that rebellion resolved itself as usual. I'm not really interested in that. So I was just checking what he would gain if he would surrender, and it was only about 900 ducats, and I was like, well, that's actually quite tame. I believe it was 900. I couldn't see it due to the speed, which is a bit problematic. So we're just running around here trying to intercept their armies, because you know they've got another big army stack running around. So this is the first interception that we do, and I'm hoping that perhaps that is the 12% that I need to actually get this done. Well, not really. It's not enough. We're now at 96%, now at 89. It's difficult. So I accidentally actually retreat over here. And I was like, I lost? Oh right, I fucking retreated. Ugh. So I'm trying. I keep trying to intercept as much as the forces around Moria as possible, because I think Mordor by now realizes that they cannot stop our siege of Moria, and I'm a little bit annoyed that it becomes so difficult. Another big army interception, and I'm like, oh crap, only 3%. Okay, well, we go intercept that army over there, and then there is the siege of Moria done. We're at 100% war score due to 12% from just taking the first hall. We offer peace, we enforce our demands, and here it is. We just took back Moria and Cardragon's Pass, I think it's called. We just took it back. We usurped the territory of Moria because it's now ours. And that's it. We got it. It's ours. It now belongs to the Empire, as it always did. And we created several vassals real quick, because we don't really need all that. And we'll do it in Cardragon's Pass. Well, the mines are still too big. What the hell happened? So this is when I noticed something very strange. Like, wait, how the hell? Wait, how did I get those 2 territories? I never had any claims on those, as far as I knew, but apparently I did. And by pressing all the claims, I technically got that as well, which was kind of strange. But there we go. So, can I assemble? Why not? Oh, I'm a commander. I was apparently leading the troops. An old man leading the troops. Well, no problem. Means we just need to... There we go. We assemble the 7 kingdoms, and I cannot read this at this current speed, so read it at your leisure. I'm sorry. But Mount Gundabad was in the hands of the orcs, and the council could not meet. This area has recently been reclaimed, and it's now time to reunite all the dwarves under the same banner once more. So let's call in all the Dwarven kingdoms. This is an amazing event, and this really makes me happy. Oh, I might actually have been able to read this. So, all the kings get an event, and I'm like, well, that's it. Now what? Now we just need to wait. So let's disband the armies. There was some retinue in there. And I was like, well, as Gundabad is the original stronghold, perhaps we should move the capital to Gundabad. No, I can't, because I can only move it to the traditional capital of the Durin's folk, which apparently is Moria. So we'll be moving it to Moria. There it is, the capital city of Moria. Ain't that amazing? So we just up the tech that we can get, because we're a little bit lower in tech now. But there it is. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Just do that real quick, and we'll, give Farakdum to its rightful king. Thank you for borrowing it all that time. And I hope I zoom out later on a little bit, because after the events are all done, we've done a lot. We really have done a lot. We have taken so much territory, and it all started as a single, as a single county that we owned, and from there we move forward. But I'll see if we can, if we zoom out a little bit more, and I'll narrate a little bit more about the epicness that has been, well, basically this series. So there we go. Now events are firing where they, all the kings are accepting the invitation. Now those two are ours, Glittering Caves. That one is actually one of the other dwarves. So we're right over there. So I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, so we'll also get them. That's the other guy. It's in the bottom there. Okay, so he's joining us as well. The realm of Zirakdum, if I read that correctly. So they're all coming. That's great. And so, the king of the dwarves have gathered in Mount Gundabad for a great council as in the past. While you run the first meeting, you submit an initial proposal for the council of the dwarves, unifying all the tribes of the dwarves in order to create a super powerful super powerful dwarven nation. So, let's ask to unify all the tribes under a king of all the dwarves. All the mountains is what it says. And then there is that little hiccup, a guy doesn't get a truce timer with me, of course. So he declares war, and I'm really not in the mood to do this right now. So I'll raise the army, and in all honesty, I just tell everything. Okay, go to Moria. Just go to Moria. Moria is our new capital. I'll just do the army movements real quick. Everything decide. Well, just go for that. It should be fine. Even those small armies, which are kind of out of the way, and I'm like, okay, well. So he voted for my proposal. He agrees. He agrees. All dwarves are voting. Doesn't even say. So the king of the dwarves gathered on Mount Gundabad for the grand assembly as in the past. Proposed to unify all tribes and kingdoms under the dwarves' reign of the king of all mountains, elected by the Council of Kings. So I accept this proposal, of course, because I did it myself. The king of the dwarves have been accepted the proposal and agreed to create the great kingdom of all mountains, ruled by one king, elected every 20 years. Did not know that, okay. But it's now time to proceed with the election for the first king. This scared me a little bit. I was like, wait, election? Well, the only choice. So, who's the candidate? And so I'm like, perhaps there's a new decision. Maybe I need to campaign or something. I don't know. I've never done this before. I can't find a new decision, so okay. So the candidates are declared. It is for the time the king of the dwarves will vote for the god. Blah 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 blah. But I'm the only candidate. The king of the dwarfish union. The king of the dwarves have voted. At the count, you discover that you are the lucky one. The Council of Kings elected you king of the Dwarven Union. You will now govern all kingdoms of the dwarves in the next 20 years. And there we are, the king of the Dwarvish Union. And we just color. We flip the color. What surprised me is that the other two kingdoms are actually not part of our realm. We now can create the Empire of Durnsfolk. We'll just do it. We're not gonna make that a primary, of course, because we are a dwarvish super nation. These two sadly don't join up. Yeah, I've tried to offer them vassalization, maybe because they surely belong to me, but they don't. They don't accept because they're kings. Too bad. But look at this. Look at this. This is our nation, and we started out in Farakdum as a small count, and look what we've conquered. We've added so much to the nation, and we've taken all the mountains. We've become first we became king, then we became emperor. No, we did not become king, I think. Well, we did actually for a very short while. And now we are here in Moria. We've finally retaken the old homes, and it's great to see how far we've come throughout the series. And yeah, with that I'm actually ending it. I think this is the 80th episode. And that's why we started. That's why we started. Just and that's small. That's the only thing we had. And then by just slowly expanding and becoming from a count, becoming a duke, and building, spend all that time building, and then declaring a rebellion against our king, becoming king ourselves, and from that moment forward, we went for the emperor. We conquered Dale back. This is just amazing to look at, to see what we started as such a small thing, and we actually managed to, in the end, fight the beast that is Mordor, and we won, and actually, to my big surprise, we won quite convincingly. I sadly did not look at how many forces we lost in total, but I think we lost only about 20,000 troops on total max, just by memory of the war, and it's amazing just to see how far we've come, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and I want to thank you guys for all the support throughout the series. And when the new version is released, we'll start a new game. And until then, see you guys next time. Bye bye.